It is an exciting day for me too. This morning we heard the call to tell the story. And I'm here this morning to tell you the story. I'm privileged to serve two great leaders who have brought about better life, good life, better life to millions of people. And also, in so doing, creating riches in all aspects. We all know the problems the world's facing today. We talk about massive migrations, we talk about drugs, we talk about war, we talk about depletion of natural resources, we talk about climate change. We know that we have gone beyond limits, but we haven't addressed the problems at the root cause. Many approaches, theories, concepts were created in the last decades, and there will be more to come. Why? Because we don't know how to put it into practice. We don't know how to walk. We only talk. Do you know that Thailand has started to solve the problem of drugs and the livelihood of the people and the restoration of environment decades because the words like alternative development or sustainable development were invented? Do you know that Thailand was once the largest opium-producing country in the world and was on the United Nations Office of Drug and Crime list of opium-producing country? Do you know that over 6 decades of continuous efforts, His Majesty King Bhumibol had worked to improve the livelihood of the impoverished highland ethnic minority in the north, and his project, the Royal Project, still continue until today. His work inspired the long-term national development policy. And as a result of his work, Thailand was officially removed from United Nations list of opium-growing countries in 2003. Our founder, Princess Srinakarin, or the Princess Mother, shared the same vision and the same goals as a son in improving the well-being of people and the environment. She learned from her son and implemented Doi Tung in 1988 when she was 88 years old. Thus, Doi Tung, which was managed by the Mae Fa Luang Foundation under the royal patronage, encompasses the vision, the approach, and the knowledge of the two great persons. Doi Tung was at the heart of the notorious Golden Triangle, once the world's biggest opium producer, and is a traffic route also. We have 24 kilometers bordering Myanmar and 11,000 inhabitants of 6 ethnic minority groups, mostly immigrants, and no Thai ID. We inherited multi-dimensional problems: opium cultivation, trafficking, and addiction, the presence of militia groups and armed trafficking, environmental degradation from slash and burn cultivation, lack of infrastructure, lack of sense of security and belongings. People lived without hope and future. The Princess Mother believed that no one wants to be bad, but they do not have the opportunity to do good. Therefore, our mission is to help people to help themselves and enable them and nature to coexist in harmony. People are the key to sustainable development. We have to learn from them. We have to know their needs, their situations, the conditions, and to get them involved from the beginning. We learned from King Bhumibol and adapt the people-centric approach into what we call the 3SS model. We divide the development into 3 phases: survival, sufficiency, and sustainable. The first S is survival. The people in Doi Tung lived in a sub-zero condition, had to rely on illegal income to feed the family. Since most people are farmers, we started with irrigation system and soil improvement to increase productivity and the quality of the crops. We started the change process, changing opium farmers into forestry workers, and then we trained the people on the higher and more complex skill, like gardeners, orchid and flowers growers. We encourage capable workers to become entrepreneurs, owning plant nurseries to supply to Mae Fa Luang gardens and other customers in Chiang Rai. We also look into long-term and stable income for the people. We started economic forests of high-valued crops like Arabica coffee and macadamia nuts, which had value addition potential and are labor intensive to provide more job opportunity. The high-value crop requires the whole production process training, from growing trees to brewing coffee, in which this can turn the growers into coffee entrepreneur or venture into other business with the skill set they acquired. When the people have listed livelihood options, which provide steady and sufficient income, they no longer encroach the forest. Economic forests then become a buffer zone that allow man and nature to coexist in harmony. From the first stage, people could acquire basic needs, but life still has to go on, has to evolve. So the second S phase, sufficiency, the people have steady income, are able to pay off some of their debts, so they can enjoy both physical and mental well-being. They become self-reliant and they have enough to live comfortably. Our strategy here in this phase is to use business model to drive the change. We look into the lives of men and women of all ages to study their traditional skills and wisdom. We brought in designers, appropriate technology, and quality control. We changed from product-driven to market-driven approach. Here are some samples of our handicraft products spanning from textile homeware, mulberry paper, ceramics, and ready-to-wear. We set up 4 businesses: food, handicraft, horticulture, and tourism, leading to the creation of Doi Tung brand, lifestyle for livelihood. And the person who helped create this brand more than 20 years ago sit in this room here, Khunyain, and sincerely thank you. Doi Tung became the first social enterprise brand of Thailand, and because everything, investments, income, profit, all goes to the well-being of the people and the environment. Let me tell you where the profit goes. We support the development of education in 8 schools and in 12 daycare centers. We offer also scholarships to college and university. Annually, we organize a mobile dental treatment and mobile cataract operation to people in remote areas. We also took care of the environment and nature. The third S is sustainability. Doi Tung now is in the stage where people become fully independent. They have saving, they have enough opportunity, and they can develop immunity to external forces. But most important of all is that they can continue to develop themselves in the future. That is true sustainability. The model of the development not only allows the people to stay at home or near the family, but it also lessens the problems of migration to big cities. So it lessened the slum area, the creation of slum areas. It lessened human trafficking, forced labor, and even sex industry. Because here we address the problem at the root cause. And the root cause of it is poverty and lack of opportunity. 30 years of our work, we changed the lives of the people, restore environment, and this is what we measured. Economically, the income per capita of the people of Doi Tung has risen 20-folds from the opportunity offered by the project. Today, they can add some luxuries to their lives, like television, washing machine, pickup trucks, well, not to mention mobile phones. They can expand their farms, they can venture into other business. Most important, they can secure future for their children. Every children receive minimum compulsory education. More and more continue to vocational and university levels, equipped to enter into the lowland society. We encourage the people to pride themselves of their roots. Each year, we open a venue for villagers to present their customs and traditions and to try out their skills as entrepreneur to tourists at a festival we call Colors of Doi Tung at the end of this year, from December onward to the end of January. Last year alone, with the 20-day events, they received the income of 8 million baht, which goes directly to the villages. Environmentally, the forest area has been revived. Well, take a look at the Doi Tung in the past. This is the Doi Tung in the past, and now in the same village, this is what happened now. This picture was taken years ago. If you come now, the forest is more dense, and I can assure you that we have fresh air, cool climate. You can ask many people here who has been there and invited you for this year-end event. So we also continue the work by working on the carbon credit. So this will encourage the people to preserve their forests. And to elevate our work, we partner with companies like IKEA, Muji, Tokyo University, Japanese coffee companies like Kaldi and Ichimitsu, and also with Coffee Hunter, who sell, I would say, the most expensive coffee in Japan. He had his coffee shop in Ginza 6, and a bottle of Gongru coffee cost more than 1,000 yen, 10,000 yen. So we partner with them to improve our quality and the standard to another platform and to bring local products into global markets. These multi-company can guarantee that our brand Doitung is sustainable in a customer level as well as production level. We receive international recognition from United Nations Office on Drug and Crime on Alternative Development, from Schwab Foundation on Social Enterprise, and from Nikkei Asia Prize in Community and Culture Development. Sustainability also means that the model can be adapted and implemented elsewhere. We extended the Doitung model in other areas in Thailand. For example, the Nan province, the watershed area where we implement full-scale development. And we also become the national model of reforestation. Today, Mae Pha Luang exports sustainable development models to the world outside Thailand. With the G2G agreement, we have implemented 3 projects in Myanmar, and the condition was like Doitung 30 years ago, and also in the dry zone near Bagan. We also work in Afghanistan, also in Aceh, Indonesia. And then we continue to foster sustainability development DNA in the future generation. We organized activities for children from Bangkok to meet the local children in Doitung, and to learn together about the well-being of the environment, of natural resources, of the way of lives of the people, so that later on they can contribute in their own way to the well-being of the world. We work with university students, professors, executives, to bring them out of the classroom to reality on the ground, so they can set up more practical policy, more practical researches and curriculum that benefits the people and the country in a sustainable manner. Each year, we set up internship program where students from all over the world are selected to work for 5 weeks in Doitung on assigned topics related to development. Also this year is the first launch, our collaboration with Indiana University, Kelly's Business School, to have graduate students to work on the topics of social enterprises. This is one way to spiral up the knowledge that we have, and also to discover new perspectives. Doitung becomes a living university and shared our knowledge with governments, with private sectors, with universities and communities. We provide intensive workshops and help them work on that development plan. We are also working on equal partnership with German government through the GIZ on consultancy basis. They brought in study groups from India, Colombia, Morocco to Doi Tung to see and understand development approach with the aim to adjust and apply it in their own countries. We participate actively in world conferences. Today, our approach based on the King's wisdom have been adopted by the United Nations General Assembly under the UN's guiding principles on alternative development. In 2015, United Nations set the Sustainable Development Goals for all member countries to work on in the next 15 years. Thailand, under the guidance of King Bhumibol, has been addressing all issues for 70 years and to a certain extent meet all the goals. Thailand becomes a donor country in software, providing knowledge and experience to other countries in need. Following the vision and the approach of our beloved King Bhumibol and the Princess Mother, Doi Tung Development Project becomes a model of how to instigate good life. That is, the life with opportunity, with access to continuous development. It is a life that lived responsibly, caringly, thriving for a better future. So today, let us begin. Let's keep the legacy alive. And everybody said that we can create change. Doi Tung, we believe that we believe that it can be done. So why don't we all start today? Thank you.